Have you ever found yourself waking up in the middle of the night, say around 3 a.m., just lying there, staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body refuses to let you sleep? Maybe you've tossed and turned, hoping to drift off again, only to feel even more awake. You glance at the clock, still 3 a.m., and it starts to feel like this is happening almost every night. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many older adults experience waking up at exactly this time, and it's no coincidence. It's not just a bad habit either. There's an actual reason behind it, and it has everything to do with your body, your health, and even your mind. But here's the good news. Once you understand what's causing this, you can take a few simple steps to improve your sleep. Wake up feeling more refreshed and enjoy better overall health. In today's video, we'll explore exactly why you keep waking up at 3 a.m. and what it really means for your well-being. More importantly, I'll show you a few simple yet powerful ways you can finally get the deep, restful sleep you deserve. So if you've ever struggled with waking up in the middle of the night, stick around. This could completely change the way you think about your sleep. Before we jump in, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that little bell icon so you'll never miss a new upload. Your support helps us bring you more helpful content like this. All right, let's get started. First off, why 3 a.m.? Why not 2 a.m. or 4 a.m.? Well, your body operates on something called a circadian rhythm. Think of it as your internal clock. It guides your body on when to wake up, when to feel sleepy, and even when to release important hormones that regulate energy levels, digestion, and mood. As we age, though, this internal clock starts to shift, just as our eyesight may change, or our joints might feel stiffer. Our sleep patterns go through their own adjustments. Here's something interesting. Around 3 a.m., your body experiences changes in temperature, hormone production, and even blood sugar levels. This is a completely natural process, but for many older adults, it becomes more noticeable. Maybe your body isn't regulating temperature as effectively anymore, causing you to wake up feeling too warm or too cold. Maybe your cortisol, the stress hormone, is slightly out of balance, making your body feel more restless than relaxed. But there's another factor at play here that many people don't realize. As you age, your sleep cycles become lighter. When you were younger, you probably slept straight through the night, without thinking twice about it. But now, your body spends more time in lighter stages of sleep, meaning small things, a noise outside, a change in your breathing, or even just shifting in bed, can wake you up more easily. And once you're awake, that's when your mind starts to race. You begin thinking, maybe about the past, maybe about tomorrow's to-do list, or maybe just a random worry that pops into your head. And suddenly, you're wide awake, staring at the ceiling, waiting for sleep to return. Sound familiar? Here's where it gets really interesting. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't just about your sleep cycle. It's actually your body sending you a signal. It could be related to stress, your diet, or even your body asking for extra support in ways you may not have considered before. For instance, have you ever noticed that what you eat during the day affects how well you sleep at night? This plays a big role. As we get older, our metabolism changes, and our bodies process food differently. If you're eating large meals too late in the evening, or having too much sugar or caffeine in the afternoon, it can throw off your blood sugar levels, and that's a common trigger for those 3 a.m. wake-ups. And let's not forget about hydration. If you aren't drinking enough water throughout the day, your body may actually wake you up because it's dehydrated. But on the flip side, Drinking too much water right before bed? Well, we all know how that goes. Those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips can easily disrupt your sleep, making it harder to get back into deep rest. The key here is balance. The right nutrients, proper hydration, and good timing all influence how well you sleep. And the good news? Small changes can lead to big improvements. Now, we've only started to scratch the surface of why you keep waking up at 3 a.m. There's still much more to uncover, including the surprising role stress plays, how your breathing impacts your sleep, and simple techniques to help you stay asleep longer. So stick with me, because we're just getting started. Now that we've covered some of the main reasons, like changes in your sleep cycle, body temperature, and diet, let's dive even deeper, because the truth is, this isn't just about sleep. It's also about how your body reacts to stress, your breathing patterns, and what's happening in your mind while you sleep. Let's talk about stress for a moment. You might not think of yourself as a stressed-out person, but stress doesn't always show up as obvious worry or anxiety during the day. Sometimes, it builds quietly in the background. And guess when it loves to show up? You guessed it, 3 a.m. Here's what happens when you're under stress, even if you're not aware of it. Your body starts producing more cortisol. Cortisol is the hormone that helps wake you up in the morning and keeps you alert during the day. But when cortisol levels are out of balance, they can disrupt your sleep, causing you to wake up in the middle of the night, feeling wired. Even if you don't feel anxious, your body may be on high alert, as if it's preparing for something. And let's be honest, getting older brings its own set of concerns. You might be dealing with health changes, family responsibilities, or just the natural adjustments that come with aging. Even if you're not consciously stressing about them, your brain doesn't simply shut off at night. So, what can you do about it? One of the easiest and most effective ways to calm your nervous system before bed is deep breathing. Have you ever noticed how babies breathe slowly and deeply when they sleep? That's because their bodies are fully relaxed. As adults, especially as we get older, we tend to take quicker, shallower breaths without even realizing it. This keeps the nervous system slightly activated, which makes it easier to wake up in the middle of the night. Here's a simple fix. The next time you find yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., try this. Breathe in slowly, through your nose, for a count of 4. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. Then, breathe out slowly, for another count of 4. Doing this a few times sends a signal to your body that it's safe to relax. It tells your nervous system, hey, there's no danger. You can go back to sleep now. Another big factor that often gets overlooked: your sleeping environment. It's easy to think that simply lying in bed is enough, but small things can actually interfere with your ability to stay asleep. For example, have you ever woken up and noticed your room feels just a little too warm? As we age, our bodies don't regulate temperature as well as they once did. That means you could be waking up simply because you're too hot. What's the ideal sleeping temperature? Around 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Keeping your room cool helps your body stay in deep, restorative sleep. And what about light? Even the tiniest bit of light, whether it's from your phone, a nightlight, or the glow from a clock, can fool your brain into thinking it's time to wake up. If you're consistently waking at the same time every night, try making your room as dark as possible. Blackout curtains, covering up small light sources, or wearing a sleep mask can make a big difference. But here's another interesting piece of the puzzle: your liver. Yes, you heard that right. Your liver plays a major role in what's happening inside your body while you sleep. And guess what? Between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., your liver is working the hardest to detoxify your body. If you're waking up at 3 a.m., your liver may be asking for a little extra support. How can you tell if this is part of the issue? Think about what you're eating and drinking. Before bed, heavy meals, alcohol, and processed foods can put added strain on your liver, forcing it to work overtime at night. And sometimes, that's enough to wake you up. The solution? Try eating your last meal a little earlier in the evening, and be sure to drink enough water throughout the day. Adding liver-friendly foods like leafy greens, beets, and lemon water can also help your body function better while you sleep. Now, let's think about what you do when you wake up in the middle of the night. Do you check your phone? Do you start thinking about tomorrow's to-do list? Do you toss and turn, growing more frustrated by the minute? If you have a habit of checking the time, try to break it. Why? Because the moment you see the clock, your brain starts calculating, "Oh no, it's only 3 a.m. I've got 4 more hours until morning." And just like that, your mind is wide awake. Instead, train yourself to stay relaxed. Remind yourself that waking up in the middle of the night isn't something to stress about. It's just your body going through a natural process. Accept it, breathe through it, and focus on letting go, rather than fighting it. We've now covered some of the biggest reasons why you might be waking up at 3 a.m., from stress and breathing to temperature, and even liver function. But there's still more to the story. Believe it or not, how you start your morning actually plays a big role in how well you sleep at night. Now that we've explored why you're waking up at 3 a.m., from stress and breathing patterns to temperature, light, and even liver function, there's one final piece to this puzzle that most people overlook, and that's how your morning routine affects your sleep at night. You see, sleep isn't just something that happens when your head hits the pillow. It's part of a 24-hour cycle. What you do in the morning, throughout the afternoon, and even into the evening, all of it influences how well you'll rest at night. And if you've been struggling with those 3 a.m. wake-ups, it's time to take a closer look at how you start your day. Let's talk about sunlight. When was the last time you stepped outside in the morning and let natural light hit your skin? It might sound simple, but getting sunlight first thing in the morning helps reset your internal clock. It tells your body, "Hey, it's daytime. Let's get moving." This signals your brain to regulate melatonin, the hormone that makes you feel sleepy at night. If you aren't getting enough natural light during the day, your body can get confused, making your sleep cycle unpredictable. So here's a challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, as soon as you wake up, step outside for just 5 to 10 minutes. Even if it's cloudy, even if it's cold, let your body soak up the natural light. This small habit can help reset your sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep through the night. Now, let's talk about movement. Have you noticed that on days when you're more active, you tend to sleep better? That's because movement, especially in the morning, helps set your energy levels for the day and prepares your body for deeper rest at night. But here's the key. It doesn't need to be intense. You don't have to hit the gym or run a marathon. A simple walk, some gentle stretching, or even a little Tai Chi can do wonders. The goal is to move your body in a way that feels good for you. Not only does this improve circulation and joint health, but it also helps release tension, leading to lower stress levels when bedtime rolls around. Now, let's talk about something a little unexpected: your caffeine intake. If you enjoy a morning cup of coffee or tea, that's perfectly fine. But here's something to keep in mind. Caffeine stays in your system for hours. Even if you have your last cup in the early afternoon, it could still be in your bloodstream by bedtime, making it harder for your body to fully relax. If you find yourself waking at 3 a.m. and struggling to fall back asleep, try cutting back on caffeine after noon. Instead, switch to herbal teas, water, or even a warm glass of lemon water in the afternoon. It might take a few days to adjust, but your body will thank you when you start sleeping through the night. And speaking of adjustments, let's talk about evening habits, because what you do in those last few hours before bed can make or break your sleep. Think about how you unwind at night. Are you watching TV, scrolling through your phone, catching up on the news? If so, you're exposing yourself to blue light, the kind of light that tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. This can suppress melatonin production, making it harder for you to fall into a deep, restful sleep. Instead, try switching to more relaxing activities. Reading a book, listening to calming music, or doing a short breathing exercise can help signal your brain that it's time to wind down. And if you must use a screen, consider wearing blue light-blocking glasses or using a warm light filter on your devices. But perhaps the most important habit of all is maintaining a consistent bedtime. Your body loves routine. Going to bed at the same time each night, even on weekends, helps regulate your internal clock. If your sleep schedule is all over the place, your body won't know when it should feel sleepy, which can lead to those frustrating middle-of-the-night wake-ups. So, let's bring it all together. If you're waking up at 3 a.m., your body is trying to tell you something. Maybe it's stress, maybe it's diet, maybe it's a need for more movement or better sleep habits. The good news? Small changes can lead to big results. Start by paying attention to your environment. Keep your room cool, dark, and free of distractions. Look at your daily habits. Get sunlight in the morning, move your body, and cut back on caffeine. And most importantly, give yourself permission to relax. Sleep isn't about forcing your body to rest. It's about creating the right conditions so sleep happens naturally. So here's my question for you. What's one thing from today's video that you're going to try? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing from you. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss new content. Remember, great sleep isn't just a luxury. It's a vital part of a healthy, happy life. And you deserve to wake up feeling rested, energized, and ready for the day ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.